So you standing by my side.
Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a kind of finished work show and tell. I'm not really one of those artists that keep a sketchbook, so I just have a lot of like finished drawings, so I thought it might be quite nice to just show them to you guys and just do a little bit of talking about the pieces. So I hope you enjoy the video. So this is the first piece. This piece I finished a couple of weeks ago, and basically I just wanted to try something new, so I done kind of like I cut out a couple of bits and stuck them on with those little kind of square foam parts, and I really like how this piece turned out. I'd really want to do some more like this, but I don't really have the time to do this kind of thing at the moment, but I think in the future you can kind of see here that it's raised. So in the future I'll definitely do more pieces like this. So this piece is called A Mermaid's Utopia. And then this piece is one that I done for Mermaid, which is quite simple, with really muted tones. You can see there's not really much going on in this one, but I love mermaids, so I like to draw them all the time. And then there's this piece, which is another kind of sea themed piece. You can see it's got some sparkles, pretty sparkles. So yeah, this one's really nice. It's got some sparkles on it, so that one's cool. And then we've got this one, and basically this one is part of a series that I'm doing called Geometry. It's kind of like a geometry series. Yeah, so you can see this one's quite nice with like the red tones. And then we've got this one. This one is really old actually. It's kind of like a shaman inspired piece, you can see. So for all my pieces, as you can see, I mainly use markers on watercolor paper. And then there's this piece, which is my angel. I kind of like went through a phase not too long ago of drawing angels. And this is one of them. I really like this one, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's embossed because I got like an embosser a little while ago, and I've just been using it on all my drawings. And the next piece is this girl. This one, again, kind of like muted tones, but obviously the neon-y pastel tones too. I haven't really set up my camera very well. And this one, this is like probably one of my favorites at the moment. This one was for Mermaid again, and you can see that she's just got like nice blue skin, loads of starfish, and like a little underwater scene going on. And for this one I tried something a bit different. I used like a what's the word, a metallic paint, so you can see it's kind of a bit shiny when you turn it and stuff. So yeah, there's this one. What did I call this one again? I can't remember what I called this girl. Yeah, and then there's this one, which is yet another sea themed piece because I am obsessed with mermaids. So yeah, there's this one, which is like a sea queen kind of piece. This one I actually tried something new as well, which was well, my boyfriend brought me some pastels, and I just kind of like done a whole pastel thing, like pastel background, which actually came out really nice. And then there's this piece, which I really like. I'm actually surprised that this piece hasn't found a home yet. This piece is called Iris. I actually created this for the Bad Apples auction a little while ago. So yes, this is Iris. Which is pencils and markers again on watercolor paper. She is embossed too. And then this piece I also really like. This is kind of like, well, I started doing kind of crystal inspired pieces, so yeah, this is what this one is, crystal inspired with some floral pieces on her too. And again, this is markers and some blue ink on A4 watercolor paper. I pretty much like to stick to watercolor paper because, well, I recently bought a smoother paper and I just hated it, so I'm back to the textured watercolor paper. So these drawings were actually for my, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but these are for my Zodiac Kickstarter, which was successfully funded, yay! So that was successfully funded. So these are some of the originals from the project. So this one is Capricorn, and then we've got a Leo. This one's probably one of my favorites. I really like Leo, so this one's Leo. And then we've got this piece, which is another one of my geometry girls, or guy, I guess. I mean, she looks feminine, but she could be, or he could be, I don't know, it could be a he or a she. So yeah, so this is one of my geometry girls or boys, and basically, as you can see, it's just ink. Well, this one is gold ink with like black markers on watercolor paper, but I really like using the gold marker on these pieces because it really makes it pop, which is quite nice. And then this is Scorpio from my Zodiac project. This one actually sold, which is really cool. So this one will be going to a new home soon. And then we've got Virgo. Virgo I found really hard to do because there wasn't any like obvious symbolism that I could add to this piece. But I think when I researched Virgo, it's mainly like wings, like often wings. So I decided to give her some angel wings. So I hope you like her. And then we've got Aquarius, which is the water bearer. So yeah, obviously I love doing this one because I like drawing lights. And then we've got Sagittarius, as you can see here. And then we've got the Gemini twins, which I quite like. This was like one of the first ones that I done. Aries and Libra have already sold, and Pisces has sold as well, so yeah. And then this one is Cancer. I really like this one. I like the crab. So this is Cancer. And then next we have yet another sea themed girl. So you can see this one's quite simple, again on watercolor paper. And then this piece is quite different from the stuff I normally do. You can see some sparkles. But this piece was for an exhibition. The theme was, what was the theme again? It was something like oddities or something that you don't see very often. So I decided to do a Cyclops girl here. And this one is one of my new pieces, and I really like this girl. This one I named Wisteria. So this is again, this is actually watercolor paper, but I just have mixed feelings about this paper because it's kind of like smooth, but I think my work looks a bit nicer on the textured paper. So this girl is Wisteria, and I like this piece. And then this girl is another favorite, which I recently finished for the Bad Apples auction this month. The theme, well, it was our 5-year anniversary, so the theme was anything to do with apples. It could be like it could be like apple blossoms as well. So I decided to do an apple blossom kind of girl, and this piece actually sold, so I'm really happy about that. Yay! And then this girl, you might recognize her from my last YouTube video. This is like a fairy themed piece, and I really like how she came out. I think I'm going to do some more kind of fairies in the near future. So yes, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's it for my finished artwork tour, and I hope you enjoyed it. If there are any specific videos that you would like to see me do, feel free to leave it down below in the comments, and I will try and get that video done for you guys. Okay then, have a nice day, bye!